All right, so let me share something with you guys, okay? Now, it's something I personally observed myself after spending years and studying how consumer reporting disputes move through actual systems. Now, most people, they assume that when they submit a dispute, that a company on the other side conducts a full, reasonable investigation, it's back the data results like they're supposed to. But inside the consumer reporting system, y'all, it isn't always that straightforward. Underneath the federal law, specifically the Fair Credit Reporting Act, 15 U.S. Code 1681I, which is the description for procedures, okay? A consumer reporting agency, they require to conduct a statute that's called a reasonable investigation when a consumer disputes or sends a dispute or submits the dispute. The law also outlines the responsibilities for the companies that furnish the information in the consumer reporting agencies underneath 1681 S2B. Here's what many consumers don't even see, but they'll never see it. Inside the reporting system, disputes are often moved through a structured verification channel. Now, in many cases, the disputed information is transmitted through coded systems, summarized rather than the full narrative or documentation a consumer might send in. Now, so if a consumer believes that the full explanation and the evidence are being reviewed in detail, the communication between the companies can sometimes occur through the structured verification responses tied to the internal responses. That's the difference between what consumers expect and how the system actually operates. Now, this is where a lot of confusion begins. Now, what this has taught me personally is something that is extremely important, okay? And I need you guys to understand. If consumers want to protect themselves, then they got to focus on the documentation and the accountability, not just what was disputed, okay? But what was actually sent, how it was sent, and what responses was actually received, because the consumer reporting system operates heavy on records, procedures, documents, documented communication trails. And those records alone exist, okay? I want to let you know that. But they become extremely important in determining where the company actually complied with the actual law or did they not. And just to make this clear, I'm not giving any legal advice here. I'm simply sharing what I've actually personally learned through studying these systems and operating over these past few years. Now, the big takeaway from this, I want you guys to really understanding the law that governs you guys, okay? These reporting systems and understanding how the information moves through these systems are two completely different things. And consumer who understands both, I ain't gonna be in a much stronger position to protect themselves than a person who doesn't. Now, it's coming from personal experience. If you actually want to learn about how these systems actually work and operate, then guess what? I want you to go click the link in my bio and go ahead and join the community.